tale of two halves tonight, but started great, one of the quickest goals in team history, out a second goal coming out on the front foot. What went well for you guys in the first half?
I mean, I think the energy levels, like we talked about, can we get after Richmond? They're a good team. They compete every game. They always do. And but if we can get on the front foot early, I mean, what a finish by Lucas Coutinho. I mean, what a season he's having so far for us. He's absolutely brilliant. And, you know, we get the second goal and we're able to kind of fight and compete for that. And look, we had a couple of injuries, you know, guys in the first half, and we're like, wow, you know, how do we keep them on the pitch a little bit so we don't change the game too much? And then, you know, you see we have to kind of make changes. And then in the second half, look, it is a game of two halves, and they came out on the front foot in the second half. They pushed us. They really did. And, you know, to be honest, I think we got to get better in that final third, in the last, you know, 10 to 12 minutes, managing the game better. I mean, Gavilanes is a guy that's fresh and he's healthy. Get the ball to his feet and let him do his work, and we didn't find him enough. And so, look, you know, Lucas has to come off. Leo has to come off right away. We wanted to do it at halftime, but then he says he's good to go, but we can see he can't run. So a lot of it changes your tactical plan. And but I am proud of the guys that they didn't concede completely. They didn't put their heads down. They still fought through it. And every game counts. Every point counts, and you got to continue to fight.
Not all draws are equal. That's probably one of the more disappointing ones. So, you know, what did you say to the guys after the game in the huddle? How do you regroup from a tough ending to what was otherwise a pretty good performance?
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of these games, you know, throughout the whole year. And part of the process is learning more about ourselves. How do we make better decisions on the field? You know, how do we track our runners when we need to track our runners? And look, you know, we knew they were going to not sit back, and they came hard and they did well. So you give them credit, but at the same time, you tell the players, look, don't be surprised by teams doing this. It's like, let's be mentally prepared for that a little bit better. Be sharper, a little bit more disciplined in where we are to make defensive plays and not let them concede. So, yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn, but the key is we didn't lose it. We didn't lose it, because sometimes teams lose games like that, and they just kind of go, oh, just throw in the towel, and their heads go down. So we kept fighting and fighting. So we were close to not get the third. We were very close. So we'll look at it again and try to break it down and see where we're at.